Hey, it's Lisa in Lisa's Kitchen, but it's always going to be Lisa's Attic, just for you guys from Sacred Ways. So today we wanted to show you what kombucha tea is. It's something that I actually did when my kids were very young in preschool, and it seems that no one remembers it, but it actually entails taking a mushroom and making your own tea. So I thought that I would show you this today. I want to thank Alyssa Macbeth for giving us our new SCOBY, which is, go ahead Nelson.
SCOBY, symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast.
There you go. So we're just going to call it a SCOBY right now. So here's our little SCOBY, all right? And you keep it covered. You don't cover it up with the lid. You don't use this. You just keep a little dish towel on it. And what happens is when you get it, you have a little bit of liquid and you get this little SCOBY and you have to make it a home, all right? So we've already made it a home. I'm going to show you how we're going to separate it. Start from the beginning to make your own tea if someone gives you a little present like a SCOBY. So, but first, I've tasted this today. It's been fermenting for 7 days and it has a slight vinegar taste afterwards. Not a very strong vinegar taste, but very little bit. I like it. But Nelson hasn't tasted it. So what I wanted to do is, because I stopped him, I want him to taste it so that you guys will know like how it tastes and if it tastes good or not. So I'm going to give him some right here. And so this will be a, a live SCOBY tea, kombucha tea taste.
Okay, so let me come around and I'll hand this over to you.
Okay, so I didn't give him a lot, you know. So
while we do the switch, why don't you talk a little bit about, you know, why people are doing this?
Oh, you know, we'll do that when we're pouring.
Okay.
We'll do all the pouring, all right?
Here you go.
All right, here we go. All right, Nelson. Okay, on live camera.
Okay.
First time tasting kombucha tea. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
I drank a whole cup today. You taste a little...
I'm trying to figure out, I don't get any aftertaste at all, so I'm not,
okay.
I don't sense any vinegar taste.
Very mild, and it's sweet. You don't need any sugar.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything, but it doesn't taste bad. Just, you know.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so now we're going to show you how to put one together. All right, there we go. All right, so while I am pouring this, I'm going to put this little, it's home. I'm going to save about this much of liquid in here so that we can add more, and we'll show you how that's done. It's very, very simple. So Nelson, you say what's so good about this stuff.
Let me just get the filming of the pouring. So you pour carefully and the SCOBY will stay in the big jar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to drop my little SCOBY. Okay. All right. Can I fill the whole thing? Yep, I think we got the whole thing filled up. All right, so that's kind of a lot, so I'm still going to put some more in a cup because you don't need that much to make a new home for it, and we have a lot more to add. So I'm just going to fill another mason jar, which I'll probably drink all tonight.
So you mentioned about making a home. Can you explain?
Right, when you get your SCOBY, you're going to have, it's going to have its own home, meaning it already fermented for maybe a week. Some people ferment this for a week to maybe even 30 days, Alyssa told us. But the more you ferment it, the more it's going to taste like apple cider. So
that would be another reason why not to cover, because the fermentation process may create some gas, so you want to let that breathe.
Absolutely. Okay. So do not close it, else you're going to have all this gas going on. And the longer you ferment it, really, if you like apple cider, go for 30 days. I'm not a big fan of that. I want to be able to drink it and enjoy it without...
apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar, right. So it has there is a smell to it, but it's very mild because it's only 7 days. So this is what you get. You get this little guy, and you get this much of liquid. I did find out, I did Google it, and you can buy a SCOBY kit from $7 to about $12. So if you want to have your own kit, you can go on Google and they will send it to you. Or you can go to someone like me, and after this starts getting bigger, you actually rip it or gently pull it apart, and it has layers, and then you give it to a friend.
So the SCOBY will continue to grow.
Exactly. Okay. So this is going to get thicker, and much, much thicker, and you're going to want to be able to, you know, make it in half or so and give it to somebody else if you like. So what you do is you take a pot of water. You can do it like this or the old-fashioned pot if you like. And I did it, you use either black tea or green tea. I like this green tea, and it's from the new Chinatown in Pine Plains. It's Get all of this for $6.99, I believe. You put 4 of those in your pot. either pot that you pick. And then after that, you add...
So you brew a tea just like you would brew any other tea?
Brew it for as long as you want. I usually would like it to boil, and then I simmer it for 20 minutes until it's really nice and strong. Then a cup of sugar. That's it. I should have probably added it when it was hot, but I knew I wanted to show you guys, so you just kind of mix that all nice. Do not add it until this has been sitting for a couple of hours. It must be room temperature. You remember, like, your Scoby's like your pet, right? I do say hello to it every morning, and I give it some love. Remember, it's making you a drink that's basically for free. For 4 tea bags and a cup of sugar, you're getting tea. Now, I did check out for a 12-pack of Scoby bottles, it's over $62. So this little guy is making you basically a free drink, you know? And the more Scobies you have, of course, the more you guys can drink.
The tea bags that you're using, you want to make sure that it's not with mint or anything else, just plain black tea or green tea, right?
And Alyssa told me you don't even need to have, your organic sugar. Your regular, basic, granulated sugar is all you need. It's not fancy, it's a fungus, it just wants sugar. So don't go crazy and spend a lot of money on your sugar. I just use the organic tea because that's the whole base of it. I want to make sure that's at least organic.
And while you're mixing it, so this kombucha tea, be careful there.
Yeah, I'm going to use a funnel now.
Some of the benefits that have been reported by drinking this tea, may help with arthritis. It's an antioxidant. May help with type 2 diabetes, soothes ulcers, boosts your immunity, helps digestion, helps with the good cholesterol, reduces your risk of heart disease. So a lot of good health benefits have been reported.
All right, look at that. This is like perfect. You know how old this pot is? And it for 6,000 years. Nelson and my family. All right, so there's a lot of sugar there, so I'm going to just scrape all the sugar. The sugar is what the Scoby really likes. I mean, that's what it's going to eat. That's where it's going to ferment, and that's what it wants. So I'm going to make sure I scrape it all out. All right, and that's it. Take your little thing, take a dish towel, place it over it. Remember to say gratitude for this new drink, and you have a good week's supply of it. From Lisa's Kitchen and Sacred Ways, it's Lisa and Nelson. Blessings.